Hey guys, David Uchiha here, and we're doing part 7 of What If Deku did Rocket League training. Last episode, we followed up with sadly the death of Ida, but also Izuku Todoroki working together to defeat Stain. Now let's start. And this is definitely going to happen during the All Might fight with Bakugo. So let's start now. At first, during the All Might versus Deku and Bakugo. At first, all the heroes who work in class UA immediately say that during the school period now, he'll be fighting all the UA teachers. Then All Might says to follow up Eraserhead. He goes, yes, and we'll be wearing voids to keep down our speed and making it more even. These things are heavy though. Immediately during the fight, Izuku is trying to tell Bakugo that we have to go to the gate, but Bakugo immediately says that I won't listen to you. Before they see All Might come and pulling at their choice smash, immediately they both jump out the way. As Bakugo decides to throw another multiple blasts on All Might. All Might immediately walks through it and punches Bakugo in the gut, saying, now it's time to die, heroes. Immediately Bakugo, with anger, says, that's my line, and it's gonna be the opposite, before throwing another blast at All Might. Immediately All Might again walks through it and grabs Bakugo by his face. Immediately as Bakugo is grabbed by his face, Bakugo does as much explosions as he can at All Might. Immediately with All Might saying, what's happening? Immediately as he throws Bakugo to the ground. As Izuku with fear punches All Might. And then after that, grabs Bakugo and moves him out the way. Immediately, when All Might looks at Izuku, immediately Izuku starts running before All Might says, now I have something special for the person who wants to run. Immediately trapping Izuku between two gates. Immediately still fighting Bakugo. Izuku immediately learns that he has to help Bakugo. So before anything, he jumps out of it and does his hidden lotus. A move that Mike Guy only said that he could do if his permission. Immediately, when he goes to do the hidden lotus, he wraps All Might around and tosses him into the air, ready to do it. Ready to take all the planes by slamming into the ground. But immediately All Might smiles before he bursts his arm out of the stripes and puts on Izuku's face before slamming him down into the ground. As he says, that was one tricky move. I didn't know that was coming. But you always gotta make sure that your villain that you do it quickly before a villain gets a hold of it. Immediately Bakugo does another explosion saying, get out the way! Before doing explosion. Immediately before this, Izuku decides that they can't defeat him as Bakugo still fighting All Might and slowly takes so much damage that Bakugo can't even move at this point. Immediately with All Might ready to do the final blow. Immediately Izuku again punches All Might in his face and then says, "Leave Hurricane!" Clicking the ground and making rubble. Immediately before grabbing Bakugo and getting out of it. Immediately they try to discuss their plan. Finally making rules. Immediately Bakugo pops up with an explosion on All Might. All Might immediately takes it and shrugs it off saying, "Well, I guess you left your friend behind. Well, too bad there's no one else to see me defeat you." Immediately before anything, Izuku pops out from the side and says, "Yes, All Might, but there's the opposite. We both are gonna see us defeat you." Immediately doing that, the strongest blast that Bakugo has in his gauntlets. Then after that, Bakugo and Izuku run. Immediately, All Might, without seeing the dust cloud, he immediately says, "Wow, these two kids are pretty strong." Immediately as Bakugo and Izuku are talking, Bakugo immediately says, "Next time I'm gonna do the finishing blow, okay, nerd?" Immediately Izuku just says, "Okay, Kachan." Before anything, All Might comes out behind before saying, "So what are you guys talking about? Even with the two weights, I still am pretty fast." Right before hitting Izuku, and then after that doing another punch at Bakugo, immediately slamming him onto the ground. Immediately, Izuku jumps away, just trying to make it to the gate before All Might does two Detroit smashes to the ground and immediately boosts himself up before immediately getting on Izuku's back, and immediately Izuku feels a pain in his spine. Immediately as they both fall off, Bakugo decides that he's going to do the finishing blast before All Might rushes to Bakugo and destroys his gauntlet. Immediately when Izuku sees this, barely standing up, he tries to throw another blast at All Might with Bakugo's gauntlet before All Might rushes again to break the other gauntlet that Izuku was holding. Immediately, before anything, he grabs Bakugo as Bakugo tells him to run away, you nerd, before throwing the biggest explosion he can from his hands. Immediately, Izuku tries to run away, and he's close to the gate. He only sees Bakugo immediately getting slammed to the ground as Bakugo says, I would rather lose. I would rather be defeated by all of your village before I lose to you." Immediately after these words, Izuku stops and says, "The hero would save Bakugo, or save anybody with him, no matter what." Before anything, he says, "Thank you, my guy," before immediately going all the way into his fourth gate before he rushes to All Might and he throws a punch at his stomach. Immediately, as wind goes behind him, All Might feels that pain. Immediately going backwards and learning actually that punch actually did some damage to him. Immediately he sees green aura around Izuku, but then Izuku says, "Kachan, go to the gate," before he decides to say, "Now fifth gate open." All Might, I'm sorry, with a smile on his face saying, "But I won't let you defeat anybody." Immediately before throwing another punch to All Might before kicking him into the air and then kicking him back onto the ground. As the dust clears, Izuku could barely move at this point. He can only just barely kneel. As he kneels to the gate, like All Might sits up and says, "Well, that was a smart decision, Midoriya. Surprised by your strength. But if you're gonna do that, you must have a plan to get out of there." Immediately, as All Might walks to Izuku, immediately Bakugo shows up behind him and says, "Oh, well, he wouldn't leave his comrades. You said that, right, Deku? Well, that's what I'm not doing." Before saying, "Now this will be my strongest blast," immediately, All Might says, "Okay, then do it." Anyway, Bakugo grabs Izuku by the tip of his shirt and drags him out. Immediately says, "Did you actually think I was going to leave him in the damage?" Before doing the biggest splash that Bakugo ever did, pushing his limits to his fullest. Immediately, as that happens, he's still grabbing Izuku, and he rushes out of there, saying that you should have never done that. Immediately, as Izuku gets off the Bakugo, he says, "Oh, I guess we both did it." Immediately, by them both getting out the gate, immediately as the dust settles from All Might immediately says, "Wow, these two really do have some form of relationship." Immediately by end, the other stuff goes the same. And then after that, it starts with the shop stuff. Izuku immediately says that he wants more weight. And also, Izuku has bandages all over him from the 5th gate. But they go. The same stuff happens. Izuku almost dies. Yep, same stuff happens. And that's where I'm going to leave this one off. Okay, guys? Bye.